Hey, who are you?
Hi there. Is this Chen Daejin's house?
Yeah, that's me. I'm Chen Daejin. What do you want?
Great. You really are brother Daejin. Hi, I'm Fang Yong's sister, Fang Yuer. I'm here today on behalf of my brother.
Hold on, Fang Yang, right?
Yeah, that good brother of yours?
Good brother. How dare Fang Yong send someone to find me? I lent him 15,000 2 years ago, and he just vanished. He still hasn't paid me back, and now he has the nerve to send you, his sister, right? Back then, I messaged him, but no reply. He blocked my number. He's been hiding for 2 years, and now he sends his sister to see me? What is this about? Leave, I don't want to see you.
Brother, wait. What are you doing? Let go of my hand, please. Brother, I'm really just here to pay back what my brother owed you. Please don't be angry, okay?
You're here to pay me back? Let me tell you something. It won't work if you pay for him. Tell him to come here himself. Since when do you not need to show up in person to pay back a debt? Is he afraid I'll blame him for how he's treated me over the last 2 years, so he's too scared to come himself? You tell him, if he doesn't show up in person, I won't take this money. We know we're late, so to make it up to you, we brought an extra 2,000. How about that? Please don't be angry anymore, okay? 2,000 bucks? Is this just about the money? He was such a good brother to me back then. Seeing his family in trouble, I didn't hesitate to lend him my own wedding money. And what happened? No replies to messages, no picking up calls. Is that any way for a brother to act? And now you think you can just dismiss me with an extra 2,000? What is this supposed to mean? I'm telling you, I won't take it. You need to explain to me clearly why he's acting like this.
Brother, he really can't come here. Please don't be mad. What do you mean he can't come? If he can't come, then forget it. Go back and tell him the debt stays. He can pay me back whenever he decides to show up. No, brother Daejin, let me be honest with you. 2 years ago, when my brother borrowed money from you, he was hit by a truck on his way home. And then, my brother's legs were shattered, completely crushed. He's now paralyzed and bedridden. He can't even get up.
Then why didn't you tell me about this? Really?
Brother, how could I possibly joke about something like this? I wouldn't dare. Come inside, let's talk inside. Come in, hurry. Ah, sit down, little sister.
Yeah.
Here, have some water.
Thank you, brother Daejin.
Drink some water, then tell me more. How exactly is he doing right now?
Don't worry, brother Daejin. My brother is completely lucid. It's just that he can't move his legs.
Sigh, I truly misunderstood him. When I lent him that money back then, I knew he was in trouble. I didn't expect him to block me right after taking it. I thought it was something else. I've been hating him for the past few days, never imagined it was because of this. Sigh, I really did misunderstand him. I owe him an apology. Sigh.
How can you say that? Brother Daejin, we were the ones who were wrong. Anyone else in your shoes would be angry. You lent your hard-earned money to a good friend. And then your friend just disappeared. But my brother really didn't mean it, Daejin. When he went to pick up the money you lent him, he was hit by a truck on his way back.
I know.
He was rushed to the ER, and thankfully, they managed to save him.
As long as he's alive, nothing else matters.
My parents too. They were so heartbroken over my brother's accident that they both fell ill, and the family lost its source of income. Plus, my brother's rehabilitation costs and all the medical bills were just too expensive. We had no choice but to borrow a lot of money from relatives. After my brother woke up, he told me he wanted to pay back your 15,000. But since he's bedridden and unable to work, he feels so guilty and blamed himself every day. I told my brother that I could pick up a few extra jobs. I delivered food during the day and worked part-time at a garment factory at night. Over time, and by being very frugal, I managed to save up the $15,000 over these past 2 years. As soon as I had the money, I told my brother. He was so happy, so I came here to pay you back.
Little sister, don't. The fact that you had this intention is enough to make me happy. Look at you, your brother is in this state, and your parents have fallen ill, yet you're still thinking about working to pay me back. Actually, knowing you have this heart and this intention is already enough to make me happy. You're in such a difficult spot now. You should focus on your family first. Don't worry about my money. I'm fine on my own. I don't really spend much money anyway, right?
Brother Dajan, thank you. You really are just as my brother described. You are a good person. Although my brother cannot get out of bed or come to apologize to you in person, he has had so much to say to you these past 2 years. So, he wrote everything he wanted to say in this letter. Letter. You.
Oh, is what he wrote inside here?
Yes, he wrote it himself. Brother Dajan, you can take a look. I believe that after you read it, you won't be angry with my brother anymore.
Chen Dajan, as I write this letter, I am lying in bed, unable to move. My legs have been shattered for 2 years. Even sitting up is a struggle, and I haven't had a peaceful sleep. Borrowing $15,000 from you 2 years ago is the thing I regret most in my life. At that time, your family needed money urgently too, but you didn't hesitate to lend it to me. I promised you then, with my chest puffed out, that I would pay you back with interest in 2 months. But who could have imagined that on the way home, I'd be in a car accident and end up straight in the emergency room. The surgery wiped out all my family's savings. My legs are permanently disabled. I can't do heavy labor for the rest of my life. My parents were already frail, and hearing about my accident, they both fell ill and need medication every day. Our family just collapsed. Lying in bed, I have zero income. I simply cannot scrape together the money to pay you back. I've wanted to call you many times to explain my situation, but I was too ashamed to speak. I was afraid that if I told you, I'd drag you into my worries, and even more, I feared you'd think I was a deadbeat trying to run away. After thinking it over, I heartlessly deleted all my contact info and hid from you, letting you hate me rather than dragging you down with me. For these past 2 years, my sister has single-handedly held this family together. She's only in her early 20s, going out to work at dawn, sleeping only 3 or 4 hours a day, working herself thin as a rail. Lying in bed every day, watching her leave early and return late, it cuts into me like a knife as her brother. Now, my sister has gathered all the money and traveled all the way from our hometown in Henan to find you and apologize on my behalf. It is entirely my fault. I was incapable and dragged everyone down to suffer with me. Once I can undergo rehabilitation and get out of bed to walk, I will surely visit in person and kneel before you to properly apologize. The debt of gratitude I owe you this lifetime, I will remember forever. If I ever find success in the future, I will certainly repay your kindness twofold. I am filled with immense guilt and hope for your forgiveness. Your old brother, Fang Yang, keeps you in his thoughts. Little sister.
Brother.
Honestly, after reading this letter, I feel like I've somewhat wronged a Yang. I never imagined your family had endured so many hardships these past 2 years. Look at you, working so many jobs just to pay me back.
Brother, I'm sorry. We've come so late.
You've really been through so much. Fine, you should just take this money back. A Yang is ill right now.
That won't do, brother. This money is yours, we can't take it. If my brother finds out, he will definitely be upset. Please, take it back.
Listen to me, just listen. Look at you, a young girl working so many jobs. If you really give all this money to me, what will your family do? Your brother still needs to do rehabilitation training. Your parents are also ill and need medicine, and your family needs to cover living expenses. There are too many places where money is needed. How could I possibly take this from you? All right. I understand. I have fully accepted your intentions. Just wait here a moment, let me go get something.
Here, little sister.
Please take this, it's 50,000 yuan.
50,000? Yes. I haven't earned much these past 2 years, the company isn't doing well, so this is all I've saved. Given your family's current, very specific situation, can't you just take it for an emergency? Take it. Da-jun. What's wrong? Because of what happened to my brother, our family owes relatives about 100,000 yuan in debt. My brother can't move his legs right now, and his recovery will require so much money.
I don't know what to do anymore. Even though I really want to accept this 50,000 yuan, I truly cannot take it. If my brother finds out I accepted it, he will definitely scold me. Thank you. Little sister, what are you worried about? With your family in this state, why are you still pushing it back and forth with me? Just don't let your brother know, okay? Don't tell him about this. As for the 100,000 you owe, don't worry, I will figure out a way for you. Look, what matters most is that you're alive and well. Money is just a worldly possession, we can always earn more, right? Yang and I are like brothers, and now your family is going through this. Things are very difficult and tough for you right now. I couldn't possibly stand by and watch. So, take this money back with you to cover your emergency needs, and we can talk about the rest later, okay?
Brother Da-jun, thank you so much. I really didn't want to take your money, but I'm truly out of options.
It's okay, don't worry about it. Oh, by the way, how did you get here?
I took a bus from Yunnan. It took me 2 days. Why did you take a bus? Isn't the high-speed rail line open now? It only takes a few hours by high-speed rail, doesn't it? Because the bus is cheaper, and I wanted to save as much as I could.
Look at you, you've really suffered so much just to save some money. I have some urgent matters at the company these next 2 days, so why don't you stay here for a couple of days while I finish up? I'll go back with you then. I'll go see Yang and visit your parents, how about that?
Really? Brother Da-jun, you're still willing to go back home to see my brother? Why wouldn't I be? Your family has faced such a tragedy, and Yang has been my good brother for decades. I can't just ignore him, I have to go see him.
Alright, don't be sad anymore. You probably haven't eaten yet. Take your things, let's go grab a meal first, and then once I'm done with work, we'll head back, okay?
Let's go.